Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I will present my paper for the FKP Postgraduate Research Conference 2023 that will be held on this 18th October. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Naqiyuddin bin Ismail. I am master student of this institution, University of Science Islam Malaysia. My paper or research topic will be on the process of claiming asset in bahagian Pembahagian Pusaka. Malaysia has faced the issue of unclaimed asset amongst Muslims for so long. As reported by national newspaper Harian Metro, the unclaimed asset in which the majority belongs to Malays has increased from 60 billion in year 2016 to 70 billion in 4-year time. According to the EPF, Employee Provident Fund, an estimated 10.9 million members out of total of 14.5 million registered members were not nominated. The total value of deposit contributors who do not make this nomination is around 232.7 billion. From this figure and situation, this will bring more numbers in frozen assets in the future. Even though there is an increasing of awareness on the faraid among Malaysian Muslim, however, the numbers of unclaimed assets keep on rising each year. Therefore, failure to address this issue will impact the individual, society, and country in the long run if it is not managed at the early stage. The freezing of inheritance property with its detrimental impact on the economy is against the spirit of Maqasid Syariah, which is the highlighted or Maqasid Syariah highlight the property should be managed properly for the benefit of the Ummah. This example, or this is the example, the current issue of frozen asset in Malaysia, depicted from several Malaysia newspaper from many years. There are few problem statements will be raised in this slide. Problem in terms of administrative process, which particularly relates to the issue of failure and delay in inheritance distribution, closely related to the factor of workload ratio of officer in the BPP, as studied by Shafi'i et al. 2016. Moreover, the laws that apply in the administration of all these property inheritance are different. Therefore, estate management system and distribution application become less effective because people sometimes confuse about where they should start the application. And last but not least, there is limited research and analysis on unclaimed asset in related agencies. One of the agency is BPP. According to former director of BPP, Hassan Kasa said that this agency that process most of the inheritance distribution cases in the nation, which is about 70% among the 3 agencies. Because of most previous studies focus on the viewpoint of the S rather than specifically on the process of claiming asset in BPP, this study will investigate the process of claiming assets specifically in BPP. Therefore, if the problem faced by the S can be resolved in BPP, then indirectly it can solve the issue of frozen asset in Malaysia. So we move to the next slide, which is literature review. This table shows the jurisdiction of the administrative bodies in Malaysia. There are 3 agencies and bodies that handle the claims, queries, and applications related to estate administration in Malaysia, namely, number 1, Department of General of Lands and Mines through the Small Estate Distribution Division or Bahagian Pusaka. Second, Second is Amanah Raya, Berhad, ARB, and lastly, High Court. All these 3 bodies have the same objective, yet they vary in the kind of asset they are managing. several problems in relation to the claim of asset cases from previous studies, which will be highlighted in this slide. Because of the time constraint, I only will share the first and last problem. According to Muhammad Azmi and Muhammad 2011, the laws and the process of claiming estate is viewed by many people as an intricate procedure because of the numerous regulation and involvements of several bodies in distribution process. On top of this, the complexity has led to the overlapping powers and responsibility of these entities. As a result of the complex law and procedure, heirs of the disease may possibly be left confused. For the last problem, the disagreements frequently cause heirs who are often siblings to feud among themselves for ownership of the land. For instance, one of the issue on hibah is dissatisfaction of the beneficiary on this distribution of properties. According to Nasrul and Muhammad Salim 2018, the negative personal attitude displayed by the heirs interrupted the smooth process of estate administration. For this slide, this study is qualitative research through reviewing and identifying on existing related literatures in inheritance asset in Malaysia, and also from the websites of JKPTG to understand the process of claiming asset in BPP. Now we move to finding and discussion. Several processes have been dictated for the heir to claim their estate, starting from the online application, submission of related form in BPP, until the hearing or trial session. The first step that require heir or the claimant is to fill an online application. So the first step, the heirs need to submit online application. There are two forms, Form A and Form P. Form A is for new application, while Form P is for the subsequent application. After the claimant submit the application, the claimant or the heir need to print the form and submit to the related or to the relevant BPP. And then usually 3 to 4 months, the application will be called upon to speak through a trial notice. The purpose of hearing or trial session is to determine the rightful heirs. The court will scrutinize all the documents and get consensus from all the heirs. After the consensus has been achieved from the hearing session, surat kuasa or administrative power of attorney will be issued. And next, the heir shall bring the form to the relevant agency for the execution of inheritance. There is a charge will be imposed in claiming asset in BPP. The cost in claiming inheritance in BPP is very cheap as compared to other agencies. As I mentioned for the first step of claiming asset in previous slide, it is free registration fee for new application Form A and subsequent application. According to the table, the value of 50K and above of property will be charged 0.2% from the property value. Let's say you have property value of 100K. If you times by 0.002, it will cost you only 200 ringgit. So for the last slide, this paper has shed some light on the reason that caused heir unable to proceed with their claim of the assets. The problems with frozen asset brought on by heirs are a result of their attitude, including their lack of time for estate management and also ignorance of the administration and distribution process. So, for the solution, the property accumulated has to be managed properly, and estate planning for the beloved beneficiary should be done in advance to avoid any problems arising after the death of the property owner. Last but not least, with the comprehension of the claiming process in BPP, will speed up the process of distribution. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.